welcome to week 2. You're still with us, and that's good. We're grateful. Thanks for doing the hard work. Thanks for thinking hard and investing in yourself and allowing this journey to hopefully be a part of a healthier, more vibrant, more joyful you. My name's Tom Busch. Let's get started. So last week we talked about success, and you created a success statement, and you took into consideration the 6 components of health. The whole picture of health, not just physical health. Again, physical health's important. We're in that business, and at the same time, there's a deeper level of health with connection and joy and purpose, abundance that requires more than just a focus on physical health for us to get there. So congrats on writing your statement. This week we're going to expand a little bit more on it. And this is going to be a little darker this week. So I promise we won't always be this dark. And though, I feel like it's important, or we wouldn't do this. In the movie Lord of the Rings, yes, one of my favorite movies, there's a scene where one of the good guys who was sort of turned into a bad guy, he ends up getting killed by the really bad guys. And so here he is, he's fighting valiantly, and there's this creature they call an orc, and one of the key orcs kind of pulls his arrow back and shoots an arrow right into Boromir's chest, and it's like sticking out of him. And yeah, he's dying, but he stands up and he fights some more, and he's swinging his sword, and still with this arrow sticking out of him, he's still pushing on, and he's got this effort to dig a little deeper. But then the bad orc shoots an arrow. Now he's got 2 arrows sticking out of him, right in his chest. He falls to the ground, and they come up to sort of mock him, and he stands up again, and he's chopping them, and again fighting valiantly. And finally the 3rd arrow comes, and he falls and dies shortly after. Pretty uplifting, isn't it? I believe that all of us have a little bit of death in us, and that death has a voice, and that voice sounds really similar to something like this. You're not good enough. You're unworthy. You're not lovable. Just who do you think you are? And so we have what I would say are like these malignant tumors inside of us. And if we feed them and we give in to them, they grow. And if we fight them, it's like taking radiation to them, they shrink up. In life, I'd like for us to identify, for me, what some of those core wounds are. What are some of the lies we believe about ourselves? So for me, when I'm feeling discouraged and I'm feeling, let's say, a bit of despair, I'll look and I'll think that I'm like Boromir and I have arrows sticking out of me. And in that ugly black arrow, engraved on that arrow are words. And for me, they tend to sound like, you're not lovable. You're not wanted. So I have a choice. How am I going to live my life with these core wounds inside of me? And I believe every interaction that I have every relationship I have, every career that I have, every important person in my life will be impacted by these malignant tumors. Because if I believe I'm unworthy or I don't believe I'm lovable, how will I treat other people? If I believe I'm not good, how will I love and interact with others? To me, my love for others will be greatly mitigated or hindered based on that voice or that belief I have inside of me. If I have these 3 ugly arrows sticking out of me, how well can I embrace other people? It's like I come in for a big bear hug, but you know what? What are they going to hit? They're gonna run into those arrows sticking out of me. How do we live without those arrows hindering us so much? And one of the things I think is really important is putting words to your arrows. To be able to say, when I feel discouraged, I tend to think this: I'm too much, or I'm not enough, I'm not lovable, I'm unworthy. And again, these beliefs that we have greatly impact our day-to-day life in ways they kind of rule over us, especially if we lean into them and allow them to fester. They'll grow. So one of the practices that I do is I will recognize what some of those wounds are, and I'll go, you know what, I'm pulling this arrow out. It's going to hurt. I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to say, I'm giving that away. That's not meant to be sticking inside me, and I don't want it to stick inside me. And I'm going to pull that arrow out that says, I'm not wanted, I'm not lovable. I'm gonna give that away. And what I'm going to do is reflect on what that is, and then what is true for my life. We talked week 1 about I'm a transformational coach, and we look at what are some of the beliefs that we have about ourselves. And if we believe we're unlovable, it will impact every relationship that we have. I know I already said that, but I want to drive it home that we can't ignore this. Well, we can't ignore it, but what's that going to look like? I won't say it's right or wrong, but I will say, hey, is it working for you? Is it working for you? My hunch is it's not taking you to the life that you really want. So how do we fight the lies that we believe? And from a high level, I want us to stop and come up with our homework and to come up with a statement of truth about who you really are. I am a courageous person. I am lovable. I am worthy. I am enough. I don't know what that is for you. Last week you wrote a success statement. Where am I going? Here's where I'm going. Today I want you to write a statement of who you really are. Taking all the lies out of it that will try to tell you, no, that's not true. You're not enough. But to really embrace what truth is for you. And I believe that everyone has intrinsic value. Everyone has a gift to give to the world. Everyone has a special calling on their life to make this world a better place. No one is exempt. So what is that for you? What does your true self sound like? And I believe it has a lot to do with being courageous, being worthy of being heard, worthy of your words being understood. You're worthy of love. For me, one of my statements is, I am loved, I am cherished, and I am enough. So when I hear the voices of you ain't enough, who do you think you are, you're not lovable, then I go, okay, there's the lie. What's the truth? I am enough. So again, your homework is to post your truth statement. What's the statement that's going to change your direction from here more to here? Because our journey towards success is going to be really tough if we don't identify what those arrows are sticking out of us. So reflect on that, and reflect on what are those lies that whisper in your ear when you're feeling discouraged. And what's the truth that we're going to start holding on to? There we go. Next week, I'm going to smile more. Maybe I'll even tell a joke. Am I a good storyteller or joke teller? No, not really. But it will be lighter. But for now, it's okay to sit in this for a minute and to go, okay, I see that in me. I'm ready to give that up. I'm ready to start replacing that lie with something that's going to take my life forward. You guys, have a great week. I know this is hard work, but our journey towards success hinges on us doing some of this hard work. Thanks. Have a great week.